Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. You already know, in this video we continue analyzing the game Ubers vs Bastard München, and this is part 4. Simply check the previous ones if you have missed those. We are aiming for 500 subscribers guys, please let's make it. Before we get started, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, you can click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any notification. Let's get to it. We left off after Kaiser scored that amazing bicycle kick goal, making the score 2-1 for Bastard München. 3 players are seemingly injured. On Uber's side, we have Sendu, who claims to have leg cramp, the goalkeeper Kanali, who twisted his side, and on Bastard München's side, Corona suffers from cramps in his right leg. The field is about to change as substitutions are made. Both master strikers join the fray, and Uber's second goalkeeper Fukaku Gen, the former Japan U20 goalkeeper, replaces Kanali. The new Bastard München lineup is the following. No real change besides Noel Noah taking up the right side back spot instead of Corona, who is injured. On Uber's side, however, we have a whole new design. The Berserker formation focused on the offensive. Nico and Lorenzo are moving to the front lines while Aryu and Aiku form the centre-back pair. Snuffy is positioned as a defensive midfielder in order for him to have a wide field of view of what is happening so that he can react accordingly. Drago and Perone as usual on each side, and Abdi and Rico as side backs. Let's see what happens next. The game resumes with Uber's kickoff. Ubers passes the ball around carefully while moving up the field. Notice how Noel Noah has already left his side back position and is moving in a way that his movements are coordinated with Izagi's movements. Izagi, who is watching, waiting for the right opportunity to steal the ball. Nico and Lorenzo are the ones leading the attack for Ubers, trading passes. You can see Perron making runs so that he is always free for a pass. Also look at Raichi trying his best to defend on Lorenzo, while Grimm is making the same with Nico. Izagi has already understood that the weak link is the connection between Nico and Lorenzo. Nico gets the ball back and makes another pass that Izagi had anticipated. You can also see that Noel Noah is clearly following Izagi's movements and is ready to react to whatever happens next. Also, pay attention to Snuffy, who is clearly aware that Izagi will attempt to intercept the pass. Snuffy gets in between and secures the ball, but Noah and Izagi try to pincer him to get the ball back. Snuffy is a master at ball keeping and managed to fend off the master and its protege and sends a pass to Lorenzo to continue Uber's attack. Raichi and Grimm are struggling to contain Lorenzo and Nico respectively. By the way, I want you to notice how Kaiser and Kunigami haven't bothered to participate in the defensive effort as of now. Bastard München is getting dominated down the midfield for real. Ness positioned himself so that he can block Nico's path, but see how Snuffy is already moving in the space left open thanks to Nico and Lorenzo movements. Nico passes the ball to Snuffy without even wasting his time with Ness. Snuffy is too big of a menace not to focus on him. Even though marked by Noah, Snuffy managed to keep possession of the ball, and Beaconstock and Yukimiya have no other choice than both to try and block his path. The issue is, doing that leaves Baru totally free on the left side of the defense, which is something Izagi and Kaiser are definitely aware of as they go after the king. Snuffy sends a perfectly timed through ball to Baru, who traps the ball and is about to shoot using the Predator Eye. Baru trapping the ball instead of using a direct shot is the reason why both Kaiser and Izagi manage to get to him and later on block the shot. The ball goes flying and Snuffy positions himself so that he will be where it lands. Talk about having good flair. Ubers is ready for another wave of attack, and notice how Drago and Perron immediately know what to do and go wide. Kunigami presses Snuffy, who passes the ball to Lorenzo, who is still marked by Raichi. And remember that although Noah left his spot on the right side of the defense, Bastard München defense has adjusted, as you can see. Mensa, who has positioned himself accordingly instead of being down the center. Lorenzo passes the ball wide to Drago, and Ubers is ready to launch another wave of attack. At the same time, Snuffy positions himself in one of the defense blind spot. Raichi is now busy marking Perron, Beaconstock is marking Lorenzo, and Ness, well, he's useless, you know. I mean, Ness is not the only one who cannot follow what's happening right now. You can also see Yukimiya also being clueless. Drago managed to create enough space separation between him and Mensa and sends a cross to the far post in the direction of Snuffy, who will not find himself totally free as Kaiser saw him. Seems that when you take the fight to the air, Kaiser cannot do much. Snuffy heads the ball down the penalty area, and if you pay attention, Perrone makes a darting run, but Raichi just won't let him free. Nico gets the ball wide tightly marked by Noah. At the same time, Izagi had positioned himself so that he could block every pass in the direction of Baru. The ball gets out of bounds, and it's clear as day that Ubers has been all over Bastard München since Snuffy has been on. Conversely, Noah's impact is yet to be noticed. First, the man is a striker and not a defender. I hope you see how Raichi, Beaconstock and Mensa have all been putting in some work, although I agree it's hard to see that from the panels only. Now let's rate this passage of plays by Ubers. Taking into account that Snuffy has his team follow his designs to the T. As far as the ideas go, 6 out of 10. I mean, it's all good. Ubers managed to keep possession of the ball, they used the width of the field, but it's all predictable if you already know that Baru is the only goal scoring threat. As far as execution goes, 9 out of 10. They did everything to the best of their abilities. It's just that Bastard München has a couple of players that read the field at a high level and can position themselves accordingly to fill holes in the defense. Also guys, if you like this type of breakdowns, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe. These videos take so much effort, man. Please show me some love, yeah? The game is about to resume with a throw in from Ubers. I want you to pay attention to Bastard München players' positioning. Mensa is marking Nico, Ness has positioned himself so that he can react to whatever happens, Noah is back to being a right side back, Kaiser is on Lorenzo, obviously, Izagi is also waiting in the space to see what happens next. Yukimiya and Beaconstock now are forming the center back pair, with Yukimiya marking Perrone and Beaconstock free down the middle, able to react to whatever will happen there. Since Nico is being tightly marked by Mensa, Nico passes the ball back to Drago, who sends it to Lorenzo. Notice how compared to earlier in the game, Bastard München players are more than ever involved in the defensive effort. Almost everyone is marking someone. Lorenzo can't really do much on the ball and passes it to Snuffy, who is being marked by Raichi. Snuffy uses body feints, tricks to create some space in front of him, but Raichi managed to keep up and positions himself so that Snuffy has no other choice than to pass the ball to his left, as Raichi is blocking any passing lanes up front and down the right side of the attack for Ubers. I hope you see how crazy of a fit that is for Raichi. Snuffy sends the ball to the left to Drago, and notice how Nico and Perron position themselves accordingly, because they all share the same image thanks to following Snuffy designs. They are not freestyling, they know what to do. Also, I like how Ubers uses the width of the field. Very well done here. Nico is going crazy down the left side and doesn't even give the defense, in this case Noah, time to react. He cuts it back in the direction of Lorenzo, and if you remember what I said earlier, Izagi had already understood that the key is the connection between Lorenzo and Nico, as they both are the ones responsible for Uber's attacks. So Izagi is waiting to intercept the pass, and some people will tell you that Izagi is everywhere, but in reality, he's moving as much as everyone else. The difference is, Izagi's movements are efficient thanks to his impressive IQ and his reading ability. Also peep how IQ is in Izagi's blind spot right there. Izagi gets the ball, but Aiku comes and takes him by surprise, and thanks to his superior physical abilities, Aiku gets the ball back for Ubers. When Snuffy cannot move freely, Aiku is the one going into recovery mode. Also, peep how Ness and Mensa both try to defend on Aiku. Peron is still marked by Yukimiya, and look at Baru, who immediately starts a darting run in the direction of the goal. Aiku sends a precise pass to Baru, and Ness and Mensa can't do anything to stop it. You can see Grim, who left his mark on Rico to come and help the defense. This is a clear goal scoring chance if Baru uses a direct shot. However, Baru traps the ball, which gives enough time for Grim to close in. Also, had Baru taken the shot right there, with a direct shot obviously, he would have had a better shooting angle, as you can see. Baru shows his technical brilliance by faking a shot, then using his chop feint to get the ball on his stronger foot, his right foot. However, doing so makes his shooting angle worse, and it also allows Birkenstock to close in and come back to him and defend. Since the shooting course to the far post is blocked by Birkenstock, Baru can only shoot to the near post, and even if he uses the Predator Eye, Gagamaru can stop this shot without much trouble. Bastard München Guardian Deity doesn't waste any time and is ready to launch a counter attack. Pay attention to Yukimiya, who was on the way to reposition himself correctly on the left side of the defense. The ball heads in the direction of Izagi, and Yukimiya and Noah immediately gets moving to support him. Izagi passes the ball to Noah in order to get past Drago. Noah easily dribbles past Nico while still chased by the powerless Peron. He can't do anything, boy. Also pay attention to Snuffy, who is nearby. Hoopers want to have 3 players on Noah, as he is the most dangerous threat. You have Aiku on his path, Peron chasing him, and Snuffy nearby. Aiku risked it all with a nasty challenge on Noah. Again, Ubers stays aggressive as ever when it comes to those tackles. Noah managed to pass the ball to Izagi before falling down. You will notice that Snuffy immediately goes on to defend on Kunigami so that Ario can go back down the center and form the center-back pair with Abdi to defend on Izagi and Yukimiya. Yukimiya carries the ball forward while Izagi is free to send Ario to the Shadow Realm with a Shido-esque off-the-ball movement. However, Snuffy is just a different breed, man. The man has no weaknesses. He not only managed to clear the ball, but he makes a good pass out of it to Abdi to kickstart Uber's counter-attack. What a monster. Like I said earlier, Nico and Lorenzo are the ones in charge of Uber's attacks. Since Lorenzo is tightly marked by Kaiser, Nico is the one who has to get the job done. Also notice how Yukimiya is rushing to get back to the defense thanks to his speed. He is already far up the field. It is worth noting how versatile Uber's players are. We now have Peron down the left side, while Drago is on the right side marked by Ness. What a team. Ubers moves the ball around beautifully. They are quickly moving up the field and positioning themselves to set up another attack for Baru. Ubers brought more players forward so that they can play with the goalkeeper line of sight, while Baru prepares for another shot. Notice how Izagi was patiently waiting in the shadows, knowing that no matter what, Baru is the one and only goal scoring threat. Baru breaks the pattern, and instead of taking the shot right there and then, he dodges Izagi tackle and decides to hijack the team. Baru moves forward and uses his technique to cook Ness. Grim and Kunigami try to defend on him, but Baru managed to pass the ball to Aiku. Also, peep how Uber's players are spread all over, using the width of the field. Snuffy has also left the midfield area and is now moving in the direction of the penalty area under Noah's watch. I will tell my kids that Snuffy was running away from Raichi. That's my agenda. Ubers moves the ball quickly as usual. With the triangle, Nico, Lorenzo and Aiku. Ness and Yukimiya are not enough to stop it. Now watch this. Aiku is passing the ball to Nico, who is marked by Mensa, right? Birkenstock is also closing in on Baru. Look at Lorenzo here, marked by Grim. He will make an important run to free the space that Baru will use. And look how Kaiser and Izagi are positioned in the shadows, just waiting so that they can react and catch Uber sleeping. Nico passes the ball back to Baru, and just like that, Bastard München, two centre backs are busy. Look at Snuffy still marked by no one near the penalty spot. And look at Lorenzo dragging Grim away, freeing the spot for Baru if he managed to get past Beaconstock. As Beaconstock had already made his first move, fearing a shot by Baru, he gets cooked easily by another chop feint. Peep how Kaiser and Izagi immediately react to that and come to defend on Baru. Like I usually say guys, Kaiser and Izagi are master at positioning themselves. They don't particularly know how to defend well, but as far as positioning goes, they are super elite. Now, I want you to know that the next play happens very fast. Like, it's hard to see when you read the panels, but I promise you this happens so fast. I won't even pause it to explain it to you. Just watch and witness Baru's greatness. Enjoy. What a banger. What a fantastic passage of play by Ubers. What else can I say really? I can't even read this. Like with Snuffy on the field, Ubers had the upper hand. Bastard München held on as much as possible, as much as they could. But at the end, Baru's greatness and Ubers' quality prevailed. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video because I did. Please, can we manage to get this video to 80 likes? If we get 80 likes, I will drop the final part. Do you think we can do it, guys? Thank you in advance for the support, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.